Wherever we go, I want singers alternate every 20 minutes. I don't get there against here. So just on I gave you the chair. I don't have to mention
Good evening, everyone. If we could rise and do the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Few items to mention, if everyone could silence their cell phones and their watches. Our meetings are public and recorded. This is a business meeting, so we ask everyone to conduct themselves in a professional manner. Our city code allows for public comment up to 3 minutes. And for best sound quality, please lean into these microphones when you speak. So with that, we'll kick off the series of committee meetings, starting with the Finance Committee.
Mayor, so number one, our first item of business, in full business is. Right here. Right there.
Okay.
From your committee.
Yes.
Golly, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm myself in present, mom is present. I'm vice president, D voice. All present. Okay. My apologies. So in old business, we have the elected official salary review. If you look at your packets, see there's 3 handouts there. What I would ask is that everybody review the handouts and we will discuss it at next month's committee meeting. Also, what I would ask that, can we get the ordinances outlining the responsibilities emailed?
Yeah, we can do that.
Committee members,
We can do
so they
that.
can review, it's pretty lengthy, rather than printing it all out.
I'm looking up.
Doing old business is a planning commission.
Do we not want to discuss salaries at all this month?
I was gonna ask that we just review the packets, all the information that come out in the packets, review that, and then we'll bring it up and have discussion on next month.
Okay.
Unless, I mean, if you want to discuss now, we can.
It makes me no difference, I mean, it was brought up last month and we kicked it a month and now it's up again, my thing is, I'm not against it, like, years ago when we got brought up before. We never raised them, we didn't do anything, and I'm not against it at all. Susan puts in hours and hours and people have no idea how much time that goes into all this stuff, and I'm not saying we need to pick anything this evening by any means, but having the discussion, I'm not against it, and I do think that it's probably time consider doing it because it's been a long time. It's well overdue. We are behind everyone else as far as that goes, and frankly, people have no idea nor want to do the job or anything else and to be compensated for it. I think that it's time for the discussion to have. And we can stop right now, that's fine, and then finish it next month, but I just. I think it's time to hear everybody's opinions is I guess where I'm at. And I do feel like it's probably time for a raise, at least for the mayor, because the hours that are put in is insane.
Well,
That's just me though.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
me.
fine with me, I'm not picking this, but I would like to hear everybody else's opinion on it. Just where,
yeah, I mean. I agree with a lot of what you said, especially when we look at the treasurer to everybody else, such a big gap there. The last time that there was anything done was in 2007. If my,
done a minute, yes,
yeah, so
2005.
2005. So it went into, it was voted on in 2005 and it went into effect in. So, just like if we,
You know, it did after the next election.
no matter what we decide, it's not, I mean, it's.
It doesn't affect
Go
us.
through another
Right.
election cycle, we
Yes.
expect.
Yes.
So, and like I said, I agree with a lot of what you said, and I'm open to anybody else's opinions or discuss it further. But I did want everybody to actually take the time to review all the information put together, and then as well as look at the outline responsibility of each elected office. That way we can really hash it out, hopefully next month, whenever we sat down and look at the information.
Yes, understood.
Does anybody object to that, or you want to discuss further?
Besides the ordinances that dictate these positions, is there any other information anybody wants for next month? Is there anything else that you can be supplied?
I think, I mean, we've got a pretty good amount of information. I can't think of anything else that I would request. Everybody else good?
Last time I can tell you, the last time it was changed, and when I took it home,
Well, yeah.
been a couple of years.
So next up on the agenda and on the list is the planning commission staff and review. I'm gonna pass that over to the commission chair, Mr. Holden. And you're supposed to say that, right?
Olson, either way, German Z, so that's the G. Okay. Evening, everybody. You don't know me, I'm John Holden, chairman of the planning commission. In considering the budget for this upcoming year, I think it's pertinent that the amount that the planning commission members make increase along with what you're just discussing increase. So considering a variety of things, least of which is that cost of living has gone up. Nobody on planning commission, does the planning commission make a living, but the cost of everything has gone up across the board over the years. The bigger issue is with planning commission, we have a problem with retention, it seems like. Granted, it's a commission, a board that people volunteer to be on. So there's a limited degree of requirement or even expectation for people to attend. The problem is when they're not attending. Obviously, going to the forum, we can't get city business done. And it's happened multiple times in the past year. I've just been chairman for about 8 months now. I've been in the 14, 15, 16 years I've been on the commission. I can look how long I've done. It's a regular thing because there are empty chairs at our meetings. And so we don't have a quorum. So not only can we not have a meeting, but we can't hear variances, zoning issues, any of the issues that come to us, we have to have hearings for. We simply have to put them off because we want to have people sitting in those chairs. Brings me to this, while everyone on the planning commission wants the best for the city of Red Bud, that's what everybody up here does. And getting a paycheck or getting a stipend is a nice thing. Ultimately, everybody does it because they want to do it for the city. Having said that, when you ask someone whose grandson has a little grandson has a baseball game on a Tuesday night, hey, would you rather make $15 to sit in that chair for 15 minutes, an hour, maybe 2 hours? Or would you rather go to your grandson's baseball game? Some of them would rather blow off that $15 and go to their grandson's baseball game. Or they're in the city of St. Louis wrapping up some business or something, and it's 6:15 and it's not worth for me to speed back and get changed and everything ready. There'll be enough people there. And that's a regular thing. So while money shouldn't always be a motivator, it's human nature, it is to some degree. So I bring to you that I would like to have the amount that's paid to members significantly increase. And I think as well, what you guys were paid, based on what I know, should be significantly increased, and it hasn't been in years and years and years. When the difference between saying, would you make $15 and go to your daughter's volleyball game, or would you make $75 an hour and take care of city business, but ultimately it is taking care of city business. I think you'll see a different attitude from people. We've had empty chairs for months. We finally found some candidates. It looks like they're gonna work out and go through. But even if we have a full board, that doesn't mean that we have a full board of people that want to attend every time we have a meeting. So I just implore you to consider an increase in our budget so that I can increase the pay to all of the board members. So, any questions?
You do have an idea of how much?
Yes, I do. I have two different scales, and by the way, currently they pay a certain amount to attend a meeting. They pay a certain amount to attend a meeting with hearings, a different amount to attend meetings with hearings. And the stick it in their eye with a rusty fork thing is, you have people show up for a meeting. You don't have a quorum, so now these people have invested their evening into a meeting. We don't have a quorum, they don't pay anything. So they attended, they're here, they're in their seats, they don't get paid to be there. So it's kind of a kick in the behind or a rusty fork in the eye that they've put their time in to be at the meeting, but yet they don't get compensated for it. So I think anyone should be compensated and shows up, sits in the seat, whether there's a meeting or not. B, to make for ease, I believe it should be one straight pay, whether we have hearings or whether we don't have hearings. While hearings are obviously a very important process for the city, if we have a 1 hour meeting with no hearings, fine. If we have a 1 hour meeting that has hearings, fine, we're still here for an hour of the time, or 15 minutes or 2 hours, whatever it may be. So I have two proposals. One, and as you gasp or chuckle, $75 per member per meeting. I can break this down for you. Sorry, I have to make sheets for everyone. At $75 per meeting, per member per meeting, and there are 8 members. If everyone was present, that'd be $600 for them, excluding what I would be compensated. Which I would propose $100 for the chairperson, whoever that may be after me. So at $75 per 8 members, that's $600 per meeting. If we have 12 meetings a year, which in all my years of being on the planning commission, we've never had 12 meetings over the course of 1 year. Some years we might have 6 meetings, some, it may sound silly, 5 meetings over the course of the year, but if we had 12 meetings, that's $7,200. If you look at,
Including your hearings too?
again,
It's not including your hearings, though.
including the hearings?
Right.
No, and what I propose is that the price is the same whether it's a hearing or whether it isn't.
I mean, you have up to 12 regular stated meetings and then plus hearings.
Yeah, that would include the hearings meetings that have hearings with them. Okay. So that's $7,200 just per members. If the chairman's pay was $100 per meeting, obviously add $1,200 to that amount. Totaling $8,400 for the budget for the year for the members. This last year, 2025, year to date actual, was $915. Yeah, quite a difference. It is. When you consider the rest of the budget that the planning commission has, which is fairly nominal, aside from when we have professional services like the comprehensive plan, and have to have outside services come in. It's a pretty nominal amount when you put it in relation to the city's budget, overall budget. So that's the number that I'm putting out. 8,400 would be the maximum number amount, but being realistic, that'd be about $4,200 having 6 meetings over the course of the year. So,
Did you say you had another proposal? I thought you said you had two.
but the others just lower down, which I really don't want to entertain. I prefer to stay wherever we are, but you know, I'm not a fool. I realize that, you know, numbers are gonna get thrown around and, you know, this number's a lower, higher, whatever. And I went back and forth with them on myself, and I just thinking, instead of throwing some crazy number at you guys and you go, no. I thought the numbers that I put together were fair, not just for the commission, but for the city's budget and for the members that we want to have in those seats. So. Anyone else?
Do we have any questions from Mr. Noble?
You know when the last time or when the amount that they have right now, when that was adopted?
I've been on, I actually, I think 17 years ago, I've been on the planning commission, we've never had a pay increase. No. And to be very clear, guys, ultimately, we all do it, we love the city, we want the best for the city. We're not doing it to, you know, there might be a couple of seniors on the board that extra little change is a little something helpful, but realistically, what's $15 gonna do in this day and age? For anybody, any age or any economics situation. It really isn't. It's almost laughable. So I want my members to be, I want the people on the board to be driven, inspired, and not feel, got a meeting, I gotta get to a meeting. And if their love of the city isn't enough, which it is in some degree, adding a little bit more money in their pocket to attend this meeting certainly would be the only other option to get people motivated to attend meetings.
I guess my only question would be, Jeff. Historically, what we charge for processing a hearing or the application process, is the goal for that to cover the cost or cover some of the cost, or how has that been historically, or what have you been exposed to?
Well, I've been here a little longer than John, and there has been no pay increase since then. And the numbers since I've been here has been $200 for a planning commission hearing, no matter what type of variety, special use, whatever it is. And that's absolutely the case, you know, to cover the, like John said, the normal meeting versus the hearing. And it covers the postage that has to go out for certified mail. That was the intention 20+ years ago. One thing I would add to what John had to say. We've had meetings throughout the time I've been doing this, the last 5 minutes. That's the most aggravating meeting I've ever been to in my entire life. And John is not on board with that. We're not gonna have 10-minute meetings where we show up, take attendance, and make a motion to adjourn. That's gone. In the foreseeable future, I think John and I are on the same page. We've completed our comprehensive plan. Unless something crazy comes up, I don't see us meeting unless we have a hearing. To be perfectly honest with you. I kind of think
That's it. Lots of time wasted, people's meetings wasted.
And that also helps or contributes to the fact that people didn't want to come, because they were having these senseless meetings. So. I think a combination of the two might help us retain some membership.
But if we would change their base, we would need to look at changing the cost of the application.
That's 100% of the council.
But it was something to look at.
Yeah. $200 if we kick up to what's being proposed. God, they said it was 600 a meeting,
Yes.
so 200 won't, cover the meeting at all.
That sounds like if $200 is set 20 years ago, that it probably really covers the cost for certified mail and everything else right now, so it probably needed to be up anyway.
This meeting that we're having coming up tomorrow night is for the Old First Baptist Church place. The certified meal alone was $120. Certified meals just about $10 per ad. Locally. When I first started, it was like 6.
You have any idea what other communities charge? You know, Burger, Waterloo, or anything for hearings, or,
I can look into that, Kurt.
I was just curious.
I have not.
Not that it really matters, I was just curious.
I think $600 would be crazy.
Yeah, that's the downside to try and cover your costs.
I'm not trying to say that in any way, I was just curious.
No, I understand. I'll put that for some homework to do.
Anything else for John? Thank you for your time, sir.
I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Anybody, you guys want to discuss it now, or maybe get some comparables? And review at the next meeting.
We're gonna do the other salaries.
Just do it all. I'm in agreement with that. Jeff, will you do a little bit of research on that, the cost and?
Yeah, I'll see what surrounding towns are charging for it.
Okay. Sounds good, we'll revisit it next month. Okay, on to new business, move to accept the January 19th, 2026 minutes.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. For CD information, there's no insurance CDs at this time. You'll turn to get the financial dashboard. You'll see that we're at 75% of the fiscal year. The total we're at 104% on the revenue side and 54% for expenditure. We currently have $1,182,348.02 cash in hand or cash in checking. And we're still waiting, there hasn't been any updates as far as reimbursement on the business park. And then please note as well, the total capital expenditures for fiscal year 26 has been $1,500,694, which makes the adjusted net income for the fiscal year $269,690. Questions on the financial dashboard? Okay. As well in your packet, you'll see the audit bid proposal for Vic Edelmeyer & Williamson. Our current contract expired with our April 30th, 2025 audit. Liz solicited for bids, I'm not sure how many, but she only got one back, and that was Vic Edelmeyer & Williamson. Minimal increase out of our fiscal year 2025 audit was $10,800. And I would suggest accepting the 5-year proposal starting at $11,000 for fiscal year 2026. And ending with $12,200 for the 2030 audits. Unless there's any further discussion on that.
That is the motion.
Yeah, I'll make that in the motion. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Well, on to ordinance number 1572, the Hebert Farm lease. You can see the parcel number and everything. Kevin Hebert is now farming the property. Our attorney determined instead of making an entirely new lease, it would be simpler to just assign the previous lease to Kevin. The old lease looked fine, so there's no need to update it. If there's not any discussion on that, I would move to accept ordinance 1572 to assign the farm lease to Kevin.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Also in the packet, you'll see the leadership council annual dinner on March 24th. To support the leadership council, the mayor and Jill would like to attend the council's annual dinner. If there's no discussion on that, I will move to approve the dinner cost for Madam Mayor and Jill to attend.
Second.
All those in favor?
But I'm not sure we,
Should the
It's up at the top, 125.
individual take the 125? Motion carried. The mayor will be hosting the Southwestern Conference of Mayors meeting in Redwood on March 26th, 2026. Mayors from Southwestern Illinois along with associate members will be in attendance. Elected officials and staff are encouraged to attend. I would move to approve the dinner cost for the elected officials and staff to attend this as well.
I'm looking at Rathskeller this time. The last time we did 1860, so I wanted to move it around this time. Well, that's still up in the air, but that's the tentative plans. And I don't have an exact cost, so I'll look that up.
My question is, what's the cost and
It's generally $50. It could be less.
Need a motion to approve? All those in favor? Motion carries. So, congratulations. Direct extending opportunity, the CDS spending window will open soon. Generally, there are only a few days in which to submit an application for the earmark funds. Our best areas to look are police or sewer needs. I would go ahead and move that we apply for the congressionally directed spending once the window opens.
they require.
Since we would be going after a grant basically, so yeah, that. Usually we ask for council approval and go for grants. And generally, they're usually 100% funded, but that way we can get the ball rolling.
Second. All those in favor?
Jeremy?
Yeah. All those in favor? Motion carries. Anything, public comments or anything for the good of the city? I will adjourn finance at 6:26.
Okay, thank you. Next up is personnel committee.
All right, call personnel committee to order at 6:26. Myself, Dojan, Gaber, Parsons, and Beal are here. We have no whole business. Under new business, I'm making a motion to approve requirements meeting minutes from January 19, 2026.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Taxes. Any public comments, any for the city? Hearing none, I'll close at 6:26.
Okay, thank you. Next up is public health and safety.
Thank you. We'll call public health and safety at 6:26. Myself, Dojan, Hebert, Miller, and Parsons are present. Under old business, filling zones. I don't think the ordinances are ready yet, so there's no motion. Same with drop off. Yes. So we'll just move that to next month. Yep.
are we planning on having a draft next month, or is that the police department or?
That's me, yes, I'll have a draft next month.
Okay,
I'm sorry, I am the holdup on that.
I'm also working on something. I'll get it to you.
I like to hear that.
All right.
Good.
We have Rebecca quite busy the last while.
Okay. Under. New business. Make a motion, we approve the Monday, January 18 minutes. Second. All in favor? Motion carried. Departmental activity report. You've all got a copy in your packet. Anybody got any questions for John? Hearing none, we'll move forward. Next item is authorization to hire a police officer. We have an open position with, Ashley taking the job at the high school or at school, I should say. John and I have met with a gentleman that's interested, and Liz sat in on it also. John, I'm gonna let you kind of take it from there.
Okay. We did have a pretty good interview with. The man's name is Casey Hargett. He's a former officer with Depot. I would wanna, we'll go ahead and hire him for the open position. If we can, and I also like to go ahead and move forward with getting the drug testing, the physical and the psych eval. To kind of expedite things in case we go ahead and hire in. Next month, beginning next month.
Okay, anybody got any questions? I'll make a motion to move forward with the authorization to hire a police officer.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried. Comments, anything for the good of the city?
So where does that put us with vehicles, equipment? Everything like that?
So Casey's 20 miles out from where, well, we're under 20 miles, so this is our new restriction for police officers as far as how far they can move outside the city. And at this point, he doesn't have plans to move. So we'll be okay with sharing a vehicle at this point, but me and Bill have already talked about this next budget, putting it in the budget to buy a new vehicle. So we are preparing for it. We're a little bit behind on getting a vehicle for him, but also they'll still have to drive here to pick up the car again.
Okay. Other comments, anything from the city? Hearing none, we'll adjourn at 6:30.
Okay, next up, we will have cultural committee.
Okay, I will call the cultural committee to order at 6:30. Myself, Amando, Jean, Hebert, and Mueller are all present. No old business, start off with new business. I make a motion to approve the prior month's meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Okay, carries. We have a request here for Buena Vista's request to host an Easter egg hunt at Rats Park on March 28th, 2026. I will call for a motion to approve that. I'll call for a motion.
Thank you.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. We've got a request here from the Liberty Bell of the West Daughters of the American Revolution to display a banner at Rats Park. That's in your packet there. Looks like they want to display that from June 14th through June 4th. Sorry, June 14th through July. Is there any questions or comments around that? I guess would they work with you guys on kind of where that's gonna set and everything? I would make a motion that we approve that.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. I would call for a motion to approve David Freese's request to use the regular sports complex for an electronic recycling event, July 11th, 2026, 9 to noon.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Any public comments, anything for the good of the city? Hearing none, I will close cultural at 6:32.
Okay, thank you. Next up is Public Works.
All Public Works at 6:32 with myself, Dojan, Humbert, Neroy, Parsons, all present. Their own business, plant report.
Just been our business as usual, with the, generation runs. We did have, with that snowstorm. We did have some ISO, warnings, so we did have to generate on that, Saturday. Both in the morning and in the afternoon. In the evening hours. And we are working on the, travelers recommendations. We have got started on those. All those recommendations from the, insurance.
Okay,
Utility streets,
Really no updates on those. Getting started, getting various kickoff and get out there with some of the business park installations. And then just we've been on the street side, just been working on, equipment and did a lot of cleanup for a week and a half.
okay, session planning, nothing,
No update there,
the annual CPI utility rate.
no update there, been working on the budgets, same with the AMI metering, no update, I plan on trying to have something for the March committees.
Okay, under new business, I'd like to make a motion to approve prior month's meeting minutes.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. 7 is a recommendation to end Joe Ledlow's 6-month probationary period effective 2/15/2026.
Yes, per their ordinance, we just have to give council approval for that.
I make that a motion.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Next item is approval of Joe Ledlow's step pay increase of $1 per hour.
Yes, that would be that would be part of whatever he was put into that position after the 6-month probationary period, it was the increase of $1 per hour. Then to full rate, once he gets the license, this would take effect with the first full pay period following the March council.
And is he in any of those classes yet or?
He's currently working on the prep class that you guys have previously approved, and he did get the approval letter for testing, so as soon as he finishes the prep class. There is a test coming up in April in Edwardsville that we're looking at.
I'd like to make a motion for the approval of Joe Ledlow's pay increase of $1 an hour.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carries. Next item is training request for Steve Merckx and Clint Crafton to attend the 2026 GUA Spring Training Seminar. Looks like a cost of about $300 not to exceed for each of them. I'd like to make a motion to approve that training.
Second.
All in favor? Any other business? One thing, Josh, the street lights. Did those things get, have we ever started?
Yeah, we have, it's been on there with the painting, been on the schedule, it's been on and ultimately, when we get them down there, we're.
So I mean, we have had some
We
done.
had some down there, we have another batch down there currently.
Gotcha.
So, we were delayed, didn't get any done last year, but that was based on their schedule. So we do have a batch currently that's down there,
Okay.
so
How many have we had done?
this is our second batch down there.
How many's
So
the
How many are we
batch?
doing that?
10,
Yeah.
Okay.
and we started kind of out, we did kind of Rex Park, and I just kind of told them as we're doing it now, concentrate West Market. Alternate every coming in, finish one section. Instead of me trying to bounce around and figure out which ones we got done, so.
Okay. Anybody else? Any other comments?
Just to mention, the emergency planning meeting is March 5th, so.
Yes, can you own that to your notification?
And under public comments, I know that every year it comes up with the parks and spraying. How many people do we have with applicator license as far as the spraying that we have to send? Like, or do we have people that can spray?
Yeah, we do.
Do we have to do that annually and?
It's 3
How many
years.
guys do we have? It's good for 3 years.
It's a 3-year license. Patty and I have actually been looking at what classes are available. She's actually been in contact with the department, or whichever department that is. Or some of the training and stuff for that. So we do have people that are certified. Some of and mainly the certifications are for what you have to buy from FS. The over the counter stuff's a little different, what you can get at Ace.
Right.
So, and I've already been talking with the parks guys about things that they can do versus what they can't do. So.
Okay, I just wanna make sure we have people that can spray come at that time.
It's just a right away training.
That's right away in general standards. So as it comes up, I bring training requests back to you for those. Sure.
It really doesn't fall any under any other sections, but Jeff, where do we stand with the punch list on window replacement?
He's already been here one day, the windows up here the trim has been installed, the caulk has been done. He is coming back tomorrow, he's going to be finishing downstairs, you're gonna see a carpenter down in your area down here tomorrow. Later, the end of the week. He's gonna open up. The automatic door, the door assist. The arm will not reach. It's not long enough even with an extension, so he's gonna open up underneath the door and see what's in there. And we'll hope it's not break. If it is, you know, we're gonna have to have the architect find something out. This was not something, in my mind, it's not something on the contractor, this is on the architect. To be honest with you. He's also gonna look at the mechanical room, room right over here that leads up to the attic. For whatever reason, there's water damage there. And the trim was not in our plans to have them replaced. I spoke with the mayor and I think we should have them replace that. If we could get a number to do that as well. And the big item that we're battling right now, I put that in my Friday report, is the clock, the pulley. I met with him before he did the work. We simply, it was at this level, we moved it up to this level. But it installed it exactly the way it was before. And I got a call from Alan and said that it's not working. So we're gonna meet, the carpenter, me and Alan, we're gonna meet later this week, either Thursday or Friday. And find a solution. And again, that was not in the plans and specs to deal with either. So I spoke with the mayor, and I think it's only fair that it's gonna be a type of material type.
But he notched the beam and he wasn't supposed to.
Absolutely sure, yeah. So, in my mind. We don't pay him to fix that, that's his blunder. But. In fairness, he should have been told that he had to remove that pole.
Any other comments? None, I will adjourn at 6:40.
Okay, that takes us to zoning committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Call zoning committee to order at 6:40. Myself, Demond, Hebert, Mueller, and Uboy all present. There's no old business, other new business. Make a motion to approve prior month's meeting minutes.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next thing on the list is the Redwood Business Park Phase 2. Wanting us to get permission to go out for bids. Jeff, do you have anything else on that?
All I'd say is that we do have a grant. I know we do have a match as well for that. There are 6 lots there that we're hoping to fully develop. If the numbers don't match, we'll back it off to 5. We're gonna stay within our budget as far as the grant and our match goes. But we do anticipate getting all 5 of them, or all 6 of them, I'm sorry, to fall within the budget.
Okay, I would make a motion that we give permission to go out for bids for Redwood Business Park Phase 2.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Any public comments, anything to go to the city?
Alan, I'm just gonna mention, we've had our ad running for the 3 weeks, so at the March 2nd city council meeting, we will be opening bids for the business park lots, if anyone has had bids at that one time, so I think we'll put that under new business within the council agenda.
Okay. I have nothing to okay. Planning commission is going to vote tomorrow. They would like to move their meeting from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. Just to go along with all the other meetings here in town. It's kind of an FYI. I don't know if there's anything we need for council to do that.
No, but I think there's a number of days that once Mary, you may know this better than I do, there's a number of days once the decision has been made, and I have to grab one of my books and look quickly.
Need an emergency. Shortened, but
Tomorrow, we're gonna meet at a normal time at 7 o'clock, and then we're gonna go ahead and switch it back. For the possible March meeting.
I think it's 48 hours notice if you change a meeting, but if you're changing it permanently, then there's a rule about you have to notify all the. Papers or anybody else who requested that information at the beginning of the fiscal year.
Okay, I'll take care of that.
We'll look it up. I mean, worst case, they may have to wait one more meeting before they go live, so we'll get it figured out. But thanks for mentioning it.
Any other public comments? Hearing none, I will adjourn the zoning committee at 6:43.
Okay, and last but not least, recreational facilities.
Thank you, Mayor. I call it in session at 6:43. Myself, Demond, Donovan, Eagle, and Peeler present. Under old business, pool postseason plan update. Josh, do you have any updates?
No, other than what I put in my weekly, just talking with the plumber. The last time I talked to him, we had. And it's snow on the ground, so he was wishing he would have got out there before that, but he said as soon as they get a crew, they're gonna get out there and get going on it, so. And as soon as they get that pipe replaced, repaired, then we'll get they're responsible for the backfill, then we'll get the concrete for the back.
So it sounds promising. That we.
Hopefully that was the issue, we had two spots, one we knew about, the other one was kind of well, that's why when we were discussing this. It made sense to go all the way around the pool and check it, we found a second area that obviously. Was not noticed, so hopefully. We have found and have solved that issue.
Yes, perfect. Under new business, I would make a motion to approve the prior month's meeting minutes from January 19th, 2026. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Anything for the good of the order? Hearing none, I will adjourn at 6:40.
That wraps up our evening. We do not have special counsel. Just one reminder, it is 194 days to our August 29th celebration.